Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Let me know how your day is going, and we are going to get this party started. What's up, challengers? Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today is our last day. Thank you for bearing with the technical difficulties. So, today is our last day. I'm going to get this rolling on the gram as well. Why not? So today is our last day. As you guys join in, say hi. Let me know how your day is going. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what has been your favorite day so far. So, day one, we learned about how to track our food in order to, make sure that we are actually making progress instead of just like kind of guessing about progress. Day two, that was day one. Day two, we spoke about the mindset in order to get out of our own way and in order and learning how to make this lifestyle, learn how to do this forever. And yesterday, day three, we learned hello, and yesterday on day three we learned how to or we learned why cardio is causing us to like overeat every single time that we overdo it. So I want to hear from you guys. What has been your favorite day so far? All right. If you're watching live, hashtag I'm here. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay. We'll get this rolling on IG as well. Why not? Oh, shit. So day one, two, or three. And today, guys, what we're going to be doing is like we're going to be wrapping all of this up. We're going to wrap all of this up to make sure that you know how to do this forever. All right. So day one, day two, or day three. Let me know which day was your favorite. All right. Hope you guys have got a ton of value and have got a ton of value and have been getting a ton of value. Okay. And just the whole point of this, because it's only a 4-day challenge, is to understand more about your nutrition, more about your training, more about mindset, more about like why we're doing the things that we are doing. So I want to, and again, the way I teach my clients is about like long-term progress instead of short-term progress. Long-term progress, not short-term progress. Long-term lifestyle changes versus short-term fixes that work, but then when they work, you're always going backwards. All right. So let's talk about let's go back to day one for a second. IG, I'm gonna move you real quick. So let's go back to day one for a second. Let's go back to day one. So day one, we talked about like why short term never works, right? Why short term never works. We talked about, when you are quote unquote eating clean or eating very, very small amounts of food, eating, for example, 1,200 calorie foods for extended periods of time, it's going to help you for a little bit, but you can't do this for the rest of your life. All right. Hey guys, like this is why so many people have terrible eating habits. Like it's all or nothing, right? You either eat super, super clean or you just throw everything out the window. You're working on extremes. All right. You can't continue to do like two a days for the rest of your life. You can't continue to burn out for the rest of your life. You can't continue to starve yourself and expect to make progress long term or expect to make fitness a lifestyle, which is what everybody ideally wants to do, right? You want to be able to not only like get the results, but keep the results. I want you guys to think of this for a second. Like, how would it make you feel physically if you are starving yourself and you're spending like 3 to 4 hours a day just to stay afloat, just to be able to like stay afloat and maintain your progress? This is what a lot of people do. This is what a lot of people do. They're putting like wear and tear on their body. All right, they're putting wear and tear on their body, and they're starving themselves. And although it might feel good right now, you're literally killing yourself for like a short term gain. You're literally killing yourself for a short term gain. And not to mention, guys, like What you can do is if you're eating, for example, like extremely low calorie, this is rare. These are rare cases, but it does happen. But like if you're eating very very low calories for an extended period of time, your metabolism, sorry, your you can adapt to that, meaning that your body only thinks that you can have that much, and then you have to go like on a reverse diet, which is a much longer process. And if you want to go on a reverse diet, you want to do it for the right reasons, not because you are always like on a low 1200 calorie diet. All right. And then I want you to think about like mentally knowing that you have to put in so much work every single day in order to just like maintain your weight or to just like lose 1 or 2 pounds. Think about like what that does to you emotionally every time that you're gaining weight, and then you have to spend like 2 to 4 hours daily just to like maintain your weight or lose a pound or two. And then also like what would that do to your self-confidence, right? What would that do to your self-confidence? That if you can't do this for an extended period of time, like you're always going backwards. What do you think that would do to your self confidence? I want to hear it. If you're watching live, I want to hear it in the chat. Someone says, don't listen to him. You never want to cut low on food. That's exactly what I'm saying. You don't want to cut that low on food. Someone's not listening. Somebody just wants to argue. Tanked. Yeah. You feel completely drained of energy. You feel like you have no confidence because like you're working out 2 to 4 hours a day, or doing 2 hours of a workout and then like 30 minutes of cardio. Like you feel absolutely tanked. You feel burned out, right? And then you're breaking a promise to yourself. And because you break that promise to yourself, like your confidence like takes a hit as well. Now I want you to think of the opposite, guys. Like what does that feel like to be like confident? All right. I want you to think of you 6 months from now or a year from now feeling super confident, feeling lean, feeling strong, and like feeling that you are actually able to do this. Feeling that you are actually able to do this. Like, what does it feel like? I want you to think of this for a second. I want you to paint this picture. What does it feel like to not starve yourself in a diet that actually works and is not restrictive? What does it feel like to work, like to be on a diet that is not restrictive and something that actually works and that you can do in your day-to-day life? How would you feel if you were able to actually do a workout knowing that you're going to benefit from it every single time you go into your workout? You're going to get stronger, it's working towards your body goals, and like you're not burning yourself out. Think of like every time that you are working to be a better, like every time you're working out, you're working to be a better and healthier version of you, and you're actually going to make progress instead of just like closing your eyes, because you watched a YouTube workout or a swipe workout on Instagram, and you're like, this person looks like they have a great physique, so let me try this. And then like 3 months passes, 6 months passes, and nothing happens. Like, I want you to think of how would it make you feel is if every single week and every single time, like you know that every single bite of food that you're intaking is working towards your goals, right? Or every single workout that you're doing is one step closer. Like you actually have something laid out for you, all right? Instead of just guessing like you have been doing. Now, everybody in the challenge group, you saw Doreen. I posted her earlier today. Doreen, in her first 15 weeks with us, she lost 22 pounds. All right. She lost 22 pounds in her first 15 weeks with us. Now, Doreen is funny because Doreen is like, I met up with her. I saw her for the first time in a long time a few weeks ago. And I was asking her, and I said, hey, what was your biggest hesitation like in joining an online program? And she's like, it was my ego. So we're going to talk about that for a second. But Doreen, before working together, Doreen tried keto. Doreen, was just doing cardio and doing keto, and like she just she would lose weight, but she gained it all back because like she wasn't able to maintain that. She wasn't able to maintain like that amount of low carbs, and it wasn't fitting into her lifestyle, right? Like guys, like keto, super low carbs, super low calories, like these shakes and detoxes and all that shit, like all that stuff works, but I'm not talking about just what works here, and that's not what we focus on here at Real Results Fitness. We focus on not just what works, but what you can sustain. Like what can you sustain long term? That's the whole point of this. Like any dummy can lose weight, right? I've been that dummy before where I just like starve myself and lose a bunch of weight. I've been that person where I just like starve myself, do hours of cardio every single day, do 2 hour workouts. And I was lean. I lost 30 pounds in a very fast amount of time, but I had no social life. All right. I didn't know how to maintain it and I gained it all back. All right. And Doreen was in a very similar position. And I'm going to read her comment out because she's watching live right now. She says, I'm much happier doing it the Real Results Fitness way. Let's go. So Doreen, in her first 15 weeks, she lost 22 pounds with us. And what we did with Doreen is like we focused on the three things that I focus mainly with my clients. And I'm going to talk to you guys about it. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper about it. And the first thing that we do is we get their training in line. All right. We get them training efficiently. We get them training efficiently while using, I want you guys to type this in the chat if you are watching live. All right. If you're listening, just say this to yourself. We use cardio as a tool for fat loss and not the primary means of fat loss. Because as we learned earlier in this week, when you do use cardio as the primary means of fat loss, like, yes, you'll lose a lot of weight very fast. But then, like, what happens if you go on a vacation and you can't do that much cardio, right? And you can't because like you're doing an hour of cardio, but now you're on a vacation or now you go to Disneyland and you yes, you are moving, getting your steps, but you're not able to do as much cardio as you normally have done, right? Like you're not able to do an hour on the Stairmaster anymore. So we use cardio as a tool. And then that's number one. Number two is we got Doreen training 3 times a week from the comfort of her own home because that's what was convenient for her. Because like Doreen, when she came to us, she wasn't really working out consistently. So it wouldn't make sense for us to get her from doing absolutely nothing to doing like 5 to 7 days of workouts per week, right? That doesn't make any sense. That's just setting her up for failure. So we got her on three workouts per week to make sure, and efficient workouts again. So she was not guessing, efficient. So they were changing so that she can change her body composition. And also like we left all the guesswork out, right? So she wasn't going into her home gym and just being like, what should I do? Like, do I need bands? Do I need weight? Like she knew exactly what to do and exactly how to do it. We gave her tutorial videos along the way, and she's able to track her progress on our application so that she knows how to do it. All right. So that's number one. We got her training efficiently and we were using cardio as a tool. So 1 and 1A. All right. Training efficiently and using cardio as a tool for fat loss, not the primary means. That's number 1 and 1A. Number two is we taught Doreen how to eat for her goals. Okay. I was actually just speaking to a client about this. And my goal for all my clients is to be able to teach them how to do it on their own. Okay. So I allow them to fail in their first few weeks. And it feels nerve wracking sometimes. It can feel nerve wracking to feel like imperfect because who here, just say me in the comments, or if you're listening on replay or watching on replay, who here has like a type A personality where you feel like you have to be perfect with every step of the way? Like everything has to be perfect or you're a failure. So I break that out of you. All right. If that's you, like I'm the guy for you because I'm going to break that out of you. I'm going to make sure that it is not perfect and you are taking messy action. All right. I want you to take messy action. I want you to make mistakes along the way. So then I can correct you. But because if I were to tell you what exactly to eat for the first like 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks, like exact portion sizes and everything, you are going to have an amazing transformation. My clients already have an amazing transformation, but you are going to have an amazing transformation. But I don't want you to just have an amazing transformation so I could post you up as social proof and be like, look what I did with my clients. Like, that's cool. But what's even cooler is when clients are learning how to do this on their own, right? When a client like messages me after the weekend and they're like, oh my gosh, Fatty, like I went to go eat tacos and I didn't gain weight. And I was so worried because I would always throw away my weekend because I wasn't aware, right? Like, hey, Fatty, I actually ate bread at night for the first time. And I woke up the next morning and I lost weight. And I didn't feel guilty, right? And I didn't feel guilty. So we taught Doreen how to eat for her goals without any food restrictions. All right. We taught her how to eat for her goals and make adjustments on her own without any food restrictions. And then last but not least, we kept her accountable. All right. Accountability is the name of the game with my program. And we kept her accountable. And guys, like, I want you to, I'm gonna say this later, a little bit later, but I want you guys to think about this as like when you are accountable. I know when I say accountability, a lot of you guys start thinking like, oh, my best friend, my friend that works out at the gym, my significant other, my boyfriend, my girlfriend. Guys, that lasts until it doesn't. I always make a joke about it. It's like that lasts until you have that awkward, uncomfortable conversation of like, how come you didn't work out today? Well, how come you didn't work out today? Well, I saw you eat like shit the other day. And then it's like, it's just, it's just a clusterfuck, right? So do not be accountable to your husband or your wife or your significant other because that's gonna be messy. All right. So let's talk about the three things. Let's talk about what we need to do. All right. So with nutrition, type this in the chat if you were watching live. With nutrition, no more yo-yo dieting. Stop going on these extremes. All right. If you wanted to get in shape for summer and you have 40 pounds to lose, guess what? You should have started 6 months ago. It's not going to happen. All right. But what will happen is if you start building the good habits now, 4 to 6 months from now, you're going to lose that weight and you're going to be able to maintain it. All right. So stop yo yo dieting. No more yo yo dieting. Okay. We're now going to be much more aware of what we're eating and actually track our progress. Right. Showed you guys how to track it on MyFitnessPal. Actually track your progress and take all the guesswork out. Take all the guesswork out. All right. When it comes to your cardio, stop doing like 1 to 3 hours per week per day of cardio. Stop all that cardio. Stop killing yourself with cardio. And this is only if you want to, one, if you're overweight, two, if you want to maintain and or build lean tone or lean muscles. Because I know some people are going to come in here and be like, well, running is good for you. And I'm a long distance runner and so ran the marathon. I'm not talking to marathon runners. All right. You want to run? Cool. In this channel here, we're talking about building muscle and losing fat. All right. So stop doing hours and hours of cardio per day. With your workouts, all right? With your workouts, write this down. Compound movements. These are big movements, big compound movements that work multiple muscles at one time. So that way you're making the most out of your training, okay? And not doing a fucking 2-hour arm day, a 2-hour like arm day or a booty pump day, like using a booty pump around your knees and doing that for 2 hours, all right? Say no to booty bands. Just kidding. They're good for warming up and cooling down, but like don't make it your whole workout. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing with our new training and cardio, with our training and cardio. All right. That's number one. Nutrition. We're not going to restrict ourselves. As I mentioned, we're not going to restrict ourselves. No more yo-yo dieting. Track what you're eating and be honest with yourself, guys. Like that's the toughest thing in my opinion is tracking and then being honest with yourself. Like just being like, man, I actually did eat this much. I can't believe it, but I did eat this much. And it's okay. Once you're honest with yourself, you're more aware. Once you become more aware, you understand how much more that you can eat and lose weight, or how much you were eating and why you weren't losing weight. And then you make adjustments. All right. Last but not least, guys, last but not least is accountability. My clients knew, if my clients are watching, they knew this was coming. Accountability. Guys, accountability is the name of the game. Accountability is the name of the game. A lot of people are like, everybody now is fucking busy. I hear it every single day. I'm busy. I don't have enough time. My children are taking up my time. My work is taking up my time. I work 12-hour days and I have kids. Like, I get it, guys. Like, I get it. I get it. And that's where accountability makes a difference, right? And write this down. I want you guys to think about this, and I want you to write this down. Is you need to be accountable to somebody that you truly do not want to disappoint. You have to be accountable to somebody that you don't want to disappoint, and somebody that is going to hold you to a higher standard. This is why I say, like, don't be accountable to your best friend or your family or anything like that, because that'll work for a while until it doesn't. All right. You have to be accountable. You have to be held to a higher standard to make sure that you are able to take it to that next level. All right. So, 4-day challengers. If you just came for the free info, you guys right here, you right here. If you just came for the free info and that's it, you are welcome to leave. All right. If you got some value from this 4-day series and that's all you wanted, like, you're welcome to tune out now. And I appreciate you and thank you for joining. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. All right. But if you do want an opportunity to like change your life, all right, you do want an opportunity to change your life and change and be able to make this a lifestyle habit forever, I want you to stick around, okay? Because I do have an opportunity for you to work with me one-on-one. All right. So, if you are sick and tired, if you are sick and tired of where you're at, if you are sick and tired of continuing to fall along the same process, if 2023 has been the third year in a row where you have told yourself, like, this year is my year, I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it happen. And now we are in mid June going into July and you still haven't done shit. This is the message for you and this is the opportunity for you. All right. And if you do want to change your life, I want you to put some fire emojis in the comments right now. All right. Because the truth is this, guys, like, if you want to take it to that next level, like if you want to be hot, if you want to be healthy, if you want to feel comfortable in your clothes, like, you need to completely change your lifestyle. And yes, I know how some of you challengers are feeling right now. You guys are feeling super amped up because, it's 4 days, got a ton of information, and you're good to go. All right. But you and I both know that 4 days isn't going to cut it. It's going to take much more than 4 days in order to break weeks and months of bad habits. All right. You can't just follow like a nutrition tip for a week and expect results. Okay. You can't do cardio for a week and expect results. You can't get all motivated and hyped. Excuse me. You cannot get all motivated and hype and expect results. All right. You need to completely change your lifestyle for the better. And this can be hard when you do it on your own because we've already talked about this, right? And if you want to be happy with yourself, you want to feel comfortable in your own skin again, you want to be able to feel those fit into those old clothes again without like just like, pulling at the sides and whatnot. Like, you need these three fundamental things that I mentioned. All right. And I'm going to dive deeper into it. So, number one is you need a nutrition plan that is designed to keep you lean without starving yourself. Number one is you need a nutrition plan designed to keep you lean without starving yourself, meaning that you're eating foods that you actually like. All right. You're eating foods that you actually like without full on food restrictions. All right. Without cutting all carbs or all fats. So, number one is a nutrition plan designed to keep you lean without starving yourself. Number two is a workout program designed to help you lose body fat and gain lean muscle so you can feel the most confident that you've ever felt. So, number two is a workout program that's going to be designed to help you lose body fat and gain lean muscle so you feel the most confident that you've ever felt. Last but not least was the one we just spoke about, guys, is you need a coach who genuinely cares about you. Like, who genuinely cares about you. All right? You need somebody that genuinely cares about you and your success and will do everything in their power to make sure that you win and to help you win and to give you all the tools in your corner in order to win. All right? Guess what? That's me. Guys, I'm currently looking for 2 more committed individuals who want to be in their best shape for the remainder of 2023, who like are sick and tired of where they're at and they're ready to go all in. All right? So I have 2 spots remaining in my one-on-one program, okay? And it will be first come first serve. Okay? So if you want to be considered for this and you want to take it to that next level, I want you to put some fire emojis in the chat right now and I'll get back to you. All right? For all my challengers. And in order to qualify, like before you're like, yeah, me. Before you qualify, here are some things because like I don't want to just work with anybody. I want to make sure that like you are fully committed. All right. So number 1 is you got to be committed to change your lifestyle. Not because just like right now you got some cool information and you learned a little bit about nutrition and you're like motivated. You're like, yeah, I'm excited. Like, no, I want somebody that's going to keep that. So like you have to be committed to changing your lifestyle for the better because like what got you to this point isn't going to take you to that next point. Number 2 is you got to be like sick and tired and like absolutely frustrated with where you're at and be frustrated with hitting plateaus, right? If you're consistently working out and you're not seeing any progress, and you're not a quitter, but like it feels like you want to quit because you're not making any progress, like this is the program for you. Like if you're sick and tired of feeling like you're hitting plateaus, this is the program for you. Number 3 is the most important. Number 3 by far is the most important. Is you got to be friendly and you got to be coachable. You have to be coachable and you have to be willing to accept feedback. Because as your coach, I do care. And I am going to have tough conversations with you. And I am going to call you out on your bullshit when you are bullshitting, right? So you have to be coachable and you have to be willing to accept feedback. And then last but not least, guys, is you have to be excited about the idea of being in the best shape of your life. You have to be excited about being in, the idea of being in the best shape of your life because that's what's going to keep you pushing long after that motivation is gone. All right? Guys, I've helped thousands of people lose 20 pounds or more in their first like 12 weeks of working together and like just achieved accomplishments that they never thought possible. And they were healthy, they're happy, and they were just like they made a full lifestyle change. And I'm currently looking for 2 more committed people who are ready to make that change. So if you've tried like fad diets before and it didn't work, then this program is for you. If you've tried other personal trainers or other online coaching program or an ebook, this program is for you. All right. If you absolutely loved this challenge and you want more from me, then this program is for you. All right. And most importantly, guys, like if you're absolutely committed to being the best in the best shape of your life in 2023, then this program is going to be for you. All right. That's it, guys. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. 4-day challengers, I appreciate you guys. We'll read some of these comments. If you joined, this is one thing that you will never regret. Appreciate you, Margot. Try and be honest. Cool, guys. If you do have any questions, just pop in the chat, and I'll get you guys all later. Thank you guys all for joining me in these last 4 days. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all later.